What a treat we have in store today. We have got the semi-final of the IlsonCatGaming trophy, and it's early Manchester United under 23s we're playing. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode with Bolton, and yes, it is a semi-final day. We're up against the Man United under 23s, and it's where we nicked some half of their players virtually. Ethan Laird, namely one of them, he's on loan from Man United, but he can leisurely play, so we're going to use him. There's quite a few other players that we are missing as well, namely Danny Mellor. He's going to be out for another couple of days before he returns to training, and another ex-player as well that is on the bench. It's Mark Helm, our attacking midfielder, so hopefully, but we are training him to be into the centre as well, so when we eventually lose Lowe, which we will do because we're going to let him go at the end of the season, we cannot afford to keep him. He is our most expensive player in the club at the moment at £6,000 a week, so we need to lose him, unfortunately. And we're also more than likely going to be losing Darcy as well. So Mark Helm's going to have to really step up. Going to jump straight in, but before we do, we're just going to have a quick look at the results that have since our last episode. We beat Gillingham after the Rotherham game. We won 3-2. It was 2-2 after 13 minutes, and then it was all over by the 22nd minute. Very bizarre. Nothing else happened in that game at all, and it was just so bizarre, really. It's just end to end. They took the lead after 1 minute. Well, in fact, it was a couple of seconds, to be fair. We equalised. Then we went ahead. They equalised. And then it was left to King Harms to put us back in the lead. And then we kept it. Doncaster, we won 1-0. Will Buckley scoring. Nice to see him back on the score sheet as well. Bristol Rovers, another hard-fought 2-0 away win. Jason Lowe scoring, which could be his final season with us. And Morgan Rogers getting his first goal for the club eventually and finally, after so many weeks of asking. And then we had a 1-0 win over Lincoln as well, which, to be perfectly honest, we should have hammered them by a lot more, but we didn't. Which leads us on nicely to this IlsonCatGaming North semi-final. We win this, we're in the final. I'm quite looking forward to it. But in the other semi-final, in the southern section, Coventry and QPR. So we could end up meeting one of these two teams yet again from League One. So it's going to be tough. But first of all, we've got to navigate past Man United. And then we've got Cheltenham as well. So just having a quick look at the side. They've only lost the one game, so it doesn't look good on our part, does it, at all? But it is early in the under 20. They did beat Barnsley 3-0 and Chesterfield won on penalties. The early other two teams. Oh, Fleetwood as well. Oldham. Yeah, so they've not really lost many games at all. And another friendly there against Wimbledon. But apart from that, they've not lost any games at all. So it is going to be tough. So coming back to the game, we've got a lot of cup ties. And a lot of players who are injured or just coming back. So we're going to have O'Hara in goal playing against his old team. Laird, Vandenberg, Brockbank and Boone at the back. We are going to go complete wing backs for these games. I think we're doing quite well, so we're going to use it. We have been using this formation as well, but not to that great effect, and we are starting to try and learn the 4-4-2 as well. But I don't think this is the game that we are going to be experimenting that formation in, I can tell you. So we're going to have Delhi, Shenton and Lowe in midfield. Lockett, Buckley out on the wings, and Archer. We want to try and bring King Harms in, but he's not quite fit. Politics. We've got a lot of people on the bench really that we wouldn't generally have. Verlinden, he's out for another 3 months. We need to get him back ASAP. And Ware's out for 3 months as well. So we really are struggling in midfield. Leon Edwards though, he should be on the bench. Okay, we're going to leave it as it is. We want to tack in options. I mean, look at that for Verlinden. We are missing, and same with Mellor as well. 3 and 6, 4 and 8 goals and assists respectively. Straight into the game. Archer, we're going to get you up as I really want you as a complete forward, but that's not really going to happen. Pressing forward, it's a possibility, but attack on advance forward, we need you up there. We are going to distribute to centre backs because we want them to run up the lines, and there's going to be a lot more direct passing. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this game. Let's see if we can progress to a final, since we were knocked out of every other cup and as this competition doesn't really matter to the board, we would like to have some money at the end of it as well. Man United already beat us on penalties previously in the group stage after a 0-0 draw. They're going 4-4-2, which is interesting. Dodds, out of interest, 17 goals. Yes, he would. And he's got 11. Medjbury, 11 and 8. Can we grab hold? He's playing midfield. Is it worth trying to find out if we can have him as well? I would like to buy him. Let's just scout the player. He looks very, very good though. I mean, especially with them stats as well. 11 goals, 18 assists. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him as well. Into the changing rooms we go. And we're going to start off straight away. Let's see if we can... We're going positive to begin with. We're not going to do anything daft at the moment. Hughes comes down for United under 23s to Mejja. He's the danger man. Or Medjbury. Quite confusing here. They're playing the ball around as if they've played with each other for a very long time. And more than likely they have. He's taken his man. I mean, that's an easy goal, Dodds. I mean, that's a fantastic goal. I mean, they've worked that really well. And finally, they've managed to break through. So lovely ball out to the wings there. And Medja skips past his man very, very easily. And that's in off the post. And O'Hara, I'm not sure if he was conceding that one in just for old time's sake. But we are going to have to go attacking now, I guess. And demand a little bit more. We're going to try and hit back straight away. And we don't get a chance. And we are under the cosh here. We've got to get back into this game. Just going to pause it. Opposition, it's Medjbury. Tackling, tight marking. We want tight marking on this guy, don't we? He's the danger man. And also we want tackling on him. Let's go in hard. It's just them two midfield maestros. And obviously the winger as well. I'm going to change it. Nothing's really happening, is it? We're going to bring Lockett over to the other side. And then we're going to bring in Harms this side. We are going to change them up to go attacking. And in the centre, Darcy. There's nobody in the centre. So who's uninterested? Brockbank is uninterested. That's not the attitude I want. So Calvin can come in. And then we're going to shift. We've got... What? No wonder we've got... Oh, no. Not sure what happened there. Mazzella on attack. And we're going to bring in Darcy. Man of the moment, Darcy. I was going to bring Helm in. Helm looks a lot fitter. But Darcy is the man of the moment at the moment. Pardon the pun. And let's go for it. We're going for it. We're changing formation. We've got to go for it. There's no two ways about it. Some players are looking a little bit battered there as well. Oh, we do have a highlight. Henderson. Is that Dean Henderson? It's no surprising they're doing quite well if that's the case. Divine or Devin. Archer really hasn't had a look in, has it? It's a good header. Shenton to Boone. Knock it up. Through ball to Archer. He can't skip past his man because they're quick, aren't they? That's our first shot, really, I've seen we've had on target. And that's it. Game over. We've just been knocked out 1-0 by a Graham Dodds goal in off the post after 35 minutes. United under 23s are looking very, very good. And we are going to start raiding them, I think. Man City, for all they're worth, they're not giving us very good players. Tell them it was a disappointing performance, especially against an under 23s. But we can at least concentrate now on the league, as you'll find that we are 12 points clear at the top of the table. So it's only ours to lose at this point. We had 6,500 come there, so it wasn't really a match that anybody was really interested in. Delhi's got a fitness concern. You wanted something. We're going to give you a rest for the next couple of weeks because you look tired. Well, okay, if you say so. So if that's the case, we're going to do it now. Rest for 2 weeks. We've got to give you a rest. As much as we want to play you, we have to rest you. But we can recall you back any time. Right, okay. Laird reaches yellow card limit. Great. And he accepts his fine. Okay, that's fine. Half a day's wages, what's that? Right, we've got Cheltenham in a day of days. Away from home. Cheltenham then at the bottom of the table. That's an interesting formation. That's something we can get on board with. Three centre backs, 2 wing backs. I'm very tempted by that, using our wing backs to move up, and we can have that could work. We're going to have O'Hara in goal. We've got Emmanuel, Vandenberg, Garcia and Bunny at back. We're going to have a little bit of change of personnel apart from Vandenberg. Helm, Barnaby and Shenton. Helm's going to come in as a box-to-box. That's what we're training him as, so we're going to try and use him as that as well. Politics are going to have a go on the right-hand side. King Harms on the left. And we're going to change our forward upstairs. Hall, he's got 8 goals in 10 games. Uduteo, 4 goals. Crawley. Okay, so then this is probably why they're bottom of the table, but anything goes. It could all change. So this is, we need to get straight back into winning ways. Shrug that semi-final defeat off. 46 games in total. We've got 10 games to go. Cheltenham are giving as good as they're getting though. With Barnaby up front, and does anybody move in? Hall's first to react. Plays it out wide to Politics. There's a winger on the left hand side, Emmanuel. Hunting down that line. We just want to... Oh, it overruns it though. Overruns it, but we should be able to pick that up. We do by Vandenberg. Absolutely brilliant in defence. If only we had the money to buy him. As Cheltenham don't look like they're a team who are at the bottom of the table. Ball over top, and Hall's first to react once again. In on goal. Is he going to have a... Cross the ball, my friend. I think you need to cross the ball. A draw isn't ideal, but it won't be a loss, will it? A disappointing half. Can we get straight back into it? And I'm going to shout again, show some passion this time. Let's get it moving. Let's get the balls to the flanks. Shoot on sight. I don't care who does it, but we must have a few shots. And we're all over the place in this. We've got no possession at all. Garcia with a good knock up front. Shenton picks it up now. King Harms. You're going to play it over the top. And Politics has just made a run round the back. Not quite the effort I was expecting there. But we do have a corner. Gets lofted in. Helm picks it up. And then gets taken out. You're not going to have a go at him? Possibly not. As Cheltenham have the ball once again. We seem to just be slow to react to these games now. It's a win. 1-0 win would help. Helm, beautiful tackling there. And yeah, well, I say shoot on target. We may just have to push him up to attacking, maybe. Away from home, I think we'll do that now. We're going to just push Mark Helm just into attacking midfielder and bring these guys onto attack now. Is there anybody we can just bring on? Eddie Brown? I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring Eddie Brown in. Everything bar complete forward. What do we use? Deep line playing for... yeah, we'll try a deep line. Can't hurt, can it? And demand more once again. 15 to go. Can we get an effort on here? Because this is a game that we should be winning. Cross comes in, back post. And there it is. How can he be offside? This guy on the line. That is utter garbage. No, I disagree. I totally and utterly disagree there. We're not even attacking, that's probably why as well. Emmanuel to Barnaby. We've put the ball in the back of the net once. Let's see if we can do it again, but this time let's make it count. Vandenberg not quite getting there, but Emmanuel does pick it up. He races down that line. Cross. No, has to come back. Barnaby with the cross instead. Van Harms has done it. You're joking. 2 goals offside. That's rubbish. That is not again. We've been... Oh, he's yards off. That's 2 goals in the last 10 minutes we've scored. Both offside. And we've just come away with a rubbish 0-0. Absolutely fuming with that. That's rubbish. Mistake on my part. We should have gone attacking. I didn't realise we were not on attacking. And that's probably one of the easier games we're likely to play. We've got Shrewsbury at home who are lying in 3rd position. A win there. We could get ourselves a little bit further away, but it is going to be difficult against Shrewsbury, I guess. But 0-0 at Cheltenham, who are bottom of the table. Have we actually have we beaten them? I really don't know. Shrewsbury won 3-0 against Colchester. Barnsley, they lost 1-0 to Bristol Rovers. Well, that's going to damage them a little bit. And Ipswich, what did it? They won 2-0, so they've lost 4 games now. Ipswich, they lost to Cheltenham there, and they were at home and they lost. Wow, 7 games without losing in the league, and that's apart from QPR and Blackpool. We did have a few wins. And now we're back to drawing. Although, to be perfectly honest, we didn't concede a goal, which is nice. Granted, no goals this episode. Disappointing in that respect, but even so, a draw, a loss in the semi-final and a point away from home. We've got a couple of more games coming up. We've got Luton. We may come back to Luton. And possibly Steve. See, again, are we going to fumble it again? I want to prove to you that we can beat a bottom club. Another couple of games, and then we'll be back with the Luton and possibly Stevenage. So if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more on YouTube channel, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.